Torrington Academy, a place of higher learning in the wondrous country of Canada. And home to a great beat, too. I mean, seriously. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We don't have enough redheads with souls to begin with, to be entirely honest. But when it comes to Diana, she's a brilliant young woman with a great personality and a good upbringing that has only been made better with the introduction of Martin, Java, and the center in her life. The key issues with her are, principally, the know-it-all nature, the lack of being open to new things, high expectations for any guy she attempts to date, and being a bookworm to such a degree that this nerd would take one look and change his entire life around. A change of hair color will not provide the results that she is looking for. Wait, when did this become an analysis of Diana? Skip! Bullshit! Oh, excuse me. Oh boy, Jenny, what did you do? You're lucky she doesn't slap you in the face! What was that? Dye in the back of her hair too? This is your first time, wasn't it? Bull! It's entirely bad! Who the hell are you trying to kid? You better run!
Jenny said I would be a boy magnet.
More like boy repellent. You should know better than to let someone who does aquatic yoga rollers mess with your hair.
Oh, great. She even got hair dye on my scalp.
The center. I think it's coming from your closet. Java,
Hey, Java.
my main man. What are you doing in Diana's closet?
Java like playing dress.
Clearly. You do you, man.
Bad idea. I'm gonna need that job.
Where Diana hair go?
It's a long story. Now come on, duty calls.
The knucklehead. The blunt one. Wrecking ball at this point.
It's me, Diana. Honest.
And the fact that it even worked, their security is lousier every time we check on this universe.
Well, aren't you looking fashionable today, Diana?
Diana no fashionable. Diana bald.
What Java's trying to tell you is that Diana's keeping something under her hat. Okay, go on, Di, show me.
Really? You think so?
Diana, is this really something you're going to question right now? He's a bloody bald alien. I wouldn't be surprised if he thinks humans having so much hair on their heads was completely strange in the first place. Of course he thinks you're beautiful. I mean, just move on.
Yes, in fact, you remind me of a female non-Earthling I used to date back on my home planet. Great, just what I always wanted, to attract aliens.
Well, at least you can say you've achieved becoming an alien boy magnet.
Okay, two questions. One, was that truly surprising enough for you to make a mess instead of Martin? And the second, why don't you have everything bolted down by this point?
Oh dear.
I know, I'm hideous.
Teenage hair experimentation 101.
Big time. You help me, Mom.
Let's see. Of course. I'm just the thing.
Thanks, Mom, but with all due respect, I don't see how this ugly necklace will help me.
You've just answered your question. Because it's so tacky, it'll draw attention away from your bald head. They'll be looking
Just
at
give her a wig.
instead of you. In the meantime, I'll work on something that can restore your hair. Now, on to more pressing issues. Yesterday, 2 of our agents went missing while searching for the lost city of Alpha Omega. Hey, I've heard of that place. Anyone who's ever
Oh, for the love of the primal force. Of everything she has seen thus far in her life, working for the center, why is Diana still being skeptical when it comes to outlandish stuff like this? She's been proven wrong every time, so I don't get it. Is she really just that stubborn?
There's no proof that it exists.
Sometimes things just defy explanation, Di. Kind of like that hairdo of yours. Either way, we're picking up a weak signal from the missing agents you watch. So wherever they are, we need you to find them. Billy?
This way, dudes. At least there's one thing about going to Molly. No one there knows me.
Check it out! An Ultra U-Watch from the center. Oh, this thing is way more advanced than mine.
Obviously, it belongs to one of the missing agents. Only they're nowhere to be found.
Look at all these gadgets. Ultra hologram, ultra concentrated sunbeam, ultra vision headset. Oh, it's so unfair. My U-Watch is totally lame compared to this thing.
Well, Martin, let's be fair. If you stick to the suggestions in your evaluations and stop wrecking crap all the time in Mom's office, you'll likely have your own Ultra U-Watch by this point. Wait, no, I'm lying. Probably not until after you graduated from Torrington, at least.
Don't worry, Marty. Someday you'll get a big boy watch. That is, after you've completed several years of exemplary service at the center.
What are you talking about? I've done great work for the center. They left me there.
No, no, no. No, no, no. Nom 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 nom. Oh, nom 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 nom.
Like I haven't suffered enough today? I have to be sucked underground through a secret trapdoor thingy.
Would you stop whining and look around already?
Oh great, another buried highly advanced city. That's what, up to 4.5 dozen for Earth? What's next? The Wicked Witch of the West ends up getting a musical that explains how her being evil is not actually her fault, but instead due to systemic discrimination? I was being facetious. And really? They're making a movie of that? Anyway.
Awesome. What is this place?
This is Alpha Omega, the first and last city on planet Earth.
Yeah, some of the old fossils would like to have a word with you about that.
See, I told you there's an Alpha Omega. Pleased to meet you. I'm Martin. This is Diana, and over there's Java. We're here to find some missing colleagues.
Martin, are you crazy?
Don't be afraid, Diana. I'm sure our sophisticated hosts are quite friendly.
You have indeed seen your colleagues. Not to worry, you'll be reunited soon. Hey, Java, no move. Your Highness, you have at last returned to us.
Well, Diana, aren't you the fortunate beneficiary of a case of mistaken identity? I guess spending
10,000 years!
beneath the surface gives you more than just a crick in the neck. It also makes you blind.
Now take these two surface creatures away for questioning. We must know how they came to find our beloved Unga.
This place.
Very.
Tell me about it. I guess Alpha Omegas aren't big on housekeeping.
Java zero move. No like.
Reminds me of an amusement park ride, except this is no fun.
Java feels sick.
Understandable. The debilitating light lowers your mental defenses, giving you a constant feeling of uneasiness that messes with your concentration. Take about a day or two in that environment, the mind will be pliant enough for information to be seized more readily. It's a pretty interesting way to go about data retrieval, especially compared to some methods.
Where are we? What do you think you're doing? I demand an explanation. Hey, you can't just leave me here. Whoa, it's like looking into a mirror. Gaudy jewelry and all. Now, what are the chances that she'd have a birthmark that looked like the hair dye stain on the back of mine?
Greetings. I am Una, the lost queen of the Alpha Omegas.
So that's why they called me Your Highness. They think I'm their queen. So what happened, Una? How did you become lost?
The Ice Age came. The Alpha Omegas, the first humans on Earth, were forced underground. I stayed behind to find a safe haven for my people.
And let me guess, you never returned?
Correct, but my people haven't lost faith that I will come back. And when I do, I will lead them to the surface where they will once again rule.
Yeah, no. A lot has changed on the surface of Earth in the last 10,000 years. Now, no doubt nothing that current humans have would be a match for Alpha Omegan technology, save for whatever the center has. But things like superviruses, changed atmospheric conditions, global warming, high levels of pollution, all of which would be a massive detriment for a ground-dwelling species' survival. Add into the fact that you've been underground for 10,000 years without UV light from the sun, which has become harsher thanks to the accumulation of greenhouse gases. And you guys are paler than a ghost who's seen the end of the universe. All I'm saying is that a little jaunt in the sun might end up becoming an example as to why burning people at the stake was stopped. Other than the fact that it was horrific and extremely cruel.
Okay, Java, here's the plan. I want you to start making noise. And once those big bodies hear you, they'll come over to investigate.
Java, grab them.
No, there's too many of them. Plus, they got this whole appearing disappearing thing working for them.
What we do?
See exactly what this baby's made of. For my tummy's sake, it better work.
Silent surface creatures. Alpha Omegas need quiet. I said silent.
Fish, Chrome Dome.
Concentrated sunbeam selected.
Okay. Hey, just hoping to temporarily distract the dude. Definitely wasn't expecting a major meltdown. Wait a sec. That's it. These guys are light sensitive. They've lived down here for so long they can't stand the sun. Break out some cool shades. Here come Martin and Java to the rescue.
Oh, one problem. How we escape?
We use this.
So much for subtlety.
Lovely to see you too, sis.
Martin, what are we gonna do? Once these guys get you and Java alone, they're gonna turn your brains to mush.
That's why you have to stay so strong, Dee. If the Omega ritual is completed, these guys will meet the sun and it's gonna be Goon City. It's our only hope.
What do I say?
Declare the Omega ritual officially open.
Yes, of course. I, Una, Queen of Alpha Omega, declare the Omega ritual now open.
Makes sense. Concentration of their psychic abilities to raise the city to the surface. It makes me wonder if they actually used them to sink the city in the first place. Possibly.
Gotcha, bitch!
We cannot accept the sun. Quickly, disconnect.
For once, it looks like Martin was right.
How is it that your highness did not bet?
Strong constitution, solid base tan. Lucky break.
You are not a queen. You're a fraud.
Now, here's the thing. I would not be surprised if Uma herself would not melt under the influence of the sun either. She was gone for 10,000 years and haven't preserved herself in some manner, probably ice or something. This would have kept her from degrading in comparison to the generations of Alpha Omegans that have been born and lived in the city, passing on the inability to accept UV rays to their offspring. Unless this is the original group of Alpha Omegans who were around when Uma was still queen. In which case they heavily screwed themselves. They were so wrapped up with the conquering of the planet that any form of checks to see if the world would actually still be habitable for them would likely have been dismissed. Or clearly been dismissed in this instance. Being the first and last city, the first and last humans on Earth after all others have faded away into dust, it would breed an extreme level of arrogance. Furthermore, the devotion to their queen should not be easily questioned just because she did not melt. After all, they should have taken a DNA scan to ensure that it was Uma rather than going by visual looks for confirmation that it truly was her. Like, seriously, people.
The tunnel! I gotta take it out of here. Problem is, I think the train's about to leave the station. Okay, Troops, I know you're a little lacking in the motor skills department, but it's really time to pick up the pace. That's it. Up the tunnel. Now don't dilly-dally. Oh, I don't want to be stuck down here forever.
Good thing we keep all of our agents' brain information on backup CD-ROM.
Good policy. We do the same thing with the Jeffreys, given how we burned through so many of them in a week.
I don't suppose the finders keepers rule applies. No. We'll return that to its rightful owner. Thank you, Agent Mystery. Don't mention it.
So, I wonder what will happen to the Alpha Omega Society. Will they continue to live underground, evolving, waiting for their lost queen?
Well, they won't have to wait long. Whoa! For a political leader, she's really hot. The Center found her long ago, but never knew where she came from. We'll give her back to the Alpha Omegas if they promise not to abduct any more surface beings and steal their intelligence.
And of course, they'll have to give up the whole take back the Earth plan.
Don't think you got to worry about that ever happening. Given the situation, the Alpha Omegans have declared the surface of Earth toxic beyond all recovery. Their underground civilization has been given permits to expand and to maintain a ceasefire agreement with the Silurians, lest they desire another round with Tyson Sunbeam. I'm feeling they're gonna hate that. Oh well. Bring on the cue balls!